Remember in Alice in Wonderland when Alice eats a cookie and grows to about the size of a house? And then she eats a little piece of carrot and shrinks down to about 3 inches tall. Finally, she gets her hand on a mushroom, eats a little bit of that, and comes back to her normal size. Well, that's garlic flavor. Stick with me here. Garlic flavor can be huge and overpowering. It can also be tiny and muted. But with careful calibration, it can be just right. As cooks, we hold all of the power over garlic flavor. Power is great, but only if you know how to wield it. So let's get into it and figure out how to make some insanely good garlic bread. Close your eyes and smell an intact clove of garlic and you won't smell anything. But smash that same clove and it comes to life. The potent flavor of garlic is only created when garlic cells are damaged, either by chewing, chopping, or crushing. Here's how that works. When garlic cells are damaged, an enzyme called alliinase is released. Alliinase acts on a sulfur-containing molecule called alliin, converting it to a totally new compound called allicin. Like that Elvis Costello song, but spelled totally differently. Chemically, allicin is called a thiosulfonate, and it's the compound that produces the characteristic pungent aroma of raw crushed garlic. The more you chop, chew, mince, or crush garlic, the more allicin that is produced. Now we cut vegetables like fennel, broccoli, carrots into different shapes all the time. But the reason we generally do that is because we want them to cook at a certain rate or match the size of other ingredients in a dish. But with garlic, it's totally different. The primary reason we cut garlic in different shapes and sizes is to make it more or less pungent. Here's what that means. One minced clove of garlic is more flavorful than one sliced clove of garlic, which is more flavorful than one crushed clove of garlic. Same garlic clove, 3 very different garlic experiences. With garlic, size does matter, but so does time. Allicin production begins when garlic cells are damaged, but then it continues. So letting minced garlic sit for a few minutes will actually increase its potency. You can also go in the other direction and tame garlic's flavor, either before or after cutting it. If you heat an intact clove of garlic to over 140 degrees Fahrenheit, you deactivate the enzyme alliinase, the thing that starts the whole reaction in the first place. Then you can chop, crush, or chew that garlic clove to your heart's content, and you won't produce any additional garlic flavor. Heat is also the answer to taming garlic's intensity after chopping. Cooking garlic converts harsher tasting compounds to mellower ones called polysulfides. Acids will also tame garlic's intensity, but that's honestly a discussion for another time. Let's go to the kitchen and wrangle some garlic. I mentioned that minced garlic is really intense stuff, but there's actually a form that's even more potent, and that's paste, where we obliterate as many cell walls as possible. Now, you can do it a couple of ways. You can do it on a cutting board with the side of your knife and a little bit of salt. You can also use a rasp-style grater. Just be sure to stop before you grate your fingertips. We're looking for garlic paste, not fingertip paste here. The flavor compounds in garlic are somewhat water-soluble, but very fat-soluble. This means that if you have a vinaigrette that has garlic in it, most of the garlic flavor will be in the oil, with very little of it in the vinegar. Crazy, right? So to harness this, we're gonna actually cook our garlic in butter, which is mostly fat. It's gonna pull out tons of flavor while also mellowing it. Stirring some unmelted butter into that will give us some easy to spread butter for covering every inch of our bread. Oh, and I'm also using some garlic powder. Now, look, I know what you're gonna say, but here's the thing. Garlic powder, it's not evil, it's just misunderstood. Garlic powder producers dry garlic at low enough temperatures to not deactivate the alliinase, but removing the moisture does put the enzyme in a sort of suspended animation. If I add garlic powder to butter and then heat it up past 140 degrees, I will destroy any chance of the enzyme reanimating and producing garlic flavor. It will taste dull and lifeless. But if I add it to water first like this, the enzyme wakes up and can do its thing. Hydrated garlic powder will give us a sweet, toasty garlic flavor. And this combo will taste more complex than just adding fresh garlic alone. Now we just spread our double garlicky butter all over the cut side of this loaf. We're gonna press it into the pan for great contact, which is gonna equal great browning. Then we just bake it off, slice it up, and man, look at this gorgeous Alice in Wonderland. I can't believe I just made that joke. But seriously, this is how to eat garlic bread. What did you think of that episode? Are you a garlic powder fan or foe? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.